Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Leah Tatiana, and I am back with another video. You guys, today is Valentine's Day, February 14th. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing Valentine's Day. If you guys could not tell, what are we doing, y'all? Let me know in the comments. Today we're doing a get ready with me story time. Okay guys, so y'all know what I'm already about to talk about. In this day and age, honey, it's ridiculous. Oh, and by the way, you guys, I have on Valentine's Day pajamas. I just got off work. I took a shower and I was like, let me put on something cute for Valentine's Day, something very festive. I was going to wear my little two-piece red set that I took pictures in, but I was like, you know what? This hasn't came out the closet since my birthday about 2-3 years ago. Y'all see I had to pull the sleeves up because it's shrinking and girl done gained weight. But yes, y'all, very festive around here, okay? Very festive. But I'm so tired. You guys cannot. I like my eyes are so low. I'm so tired. But yeah, so today, y'all, we talking about how I experienced racism at my last job. A hot mess. A hot mess, you guys. Ugh. So while we're doing that, while we're talking about that, I'm about to, ooh, see, look, boo, gotta fix it. I'm about to fix my hair, and talk to you guys about that. I have the heater on, y'all, because it was cold, but I'm starting to regret it a little bit because it's getting real hot up in here. You know what I'm saying? But, so, I was working, you guys, at an education place of business for children, pretty much. Working for the schools. And I started there maybe like about a year ago, maybe a little over, I'm not sure. But as I started, I was at this really, really nice school. It was so nice, you know, like it was in a good area. The people were, you know, they were amazing. But it's a chance that you can always get moved. So I ended up being moved to the location that I'm about to tell you guys about. So first things first, I got moved to this school involuntarily. I did not want to go, but I had to because of protocol, whatever. Like, I had to be moved where they needed me at. I was a aide where I worked with children that had behaviors, you know, and mental health issues and things in that nature, you know, which I love doing. You know, I love my job. I love doing that because I'm also going to school right now to be a teacher. My nail is broken, mind your business. So I get moved schools, and when I got moved schools, you know, I'm with one of the tougher, like there's levels to the children that you deal with, and I was with one of the most severe. So I'm like, okay, you know, I got used to it, whatever, you know. And this is going on the second school year, not my like work year, but the second school year that I'm not fixing that, y'all. That's gonna be hidden. The second school year that I'm working with this student, I get moved or whatever to a different class with a different teacher. Mind you guys, my first year there's always, older people are so rude, first and foremost. I was the youngest in the staff. I was working with teachers and other aides, you know, that were teaching the classes, obviously, working with students as well. And there was this one specific one, same, all that. It was just me and her, the only ones that are, you know, and that's okay with me, you know. I feel comfortable in my skin wherever I go. But you could tell that she wasn't very comfortable in a sense. So she would try to do things to make herself look better than me in a sense, I should say. So I was having stomach issues or whatever. Like, I had a stomach ulcer, you guys. I eat hot stuff way, way, way too much. Like, it's really bad to have that at my age. But I was having those issues, so I was out maybe like a week or more when I first had went, and a little like after, because I was dealing with that. Like, those things are serious. So I was out or whatever. You know, those were my first few days missing. And then time goes by. This is in September. Time goes by. It becomes December now. And I'm still dealing with the situation, you know, but obviously to myself, I don't need to present it to the world. I don't need to tell anybody, you know. So I ended up being out again due to it. And as I was out again, the other aide of my same tone, you know, well, darker, but she was so African American, decided to take it upon herself to ask me, like, mind you, these group of women are always in this office gossiping about everybody, like, just, you know, doing things they shouldn't be doing, pretty much. And she's like, you know, pretending to act like she cares or whatever. She's like, oh, like, is everything okay? I noticed you weren't here, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, I had, like, issues, you know, going on. And she was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. She was like, well, what's wrong, if you don't mind me asking? Mind you guys, she texted me while I was out, like, oh, hey, girl, like, where you at? Like, where have you been? Mind you, I didn't text her back because it's none of her business, and I know how she likes to gossip. So I get back or whatever, and she's asking me, oh, like, do you mind, like, telling me, like, what happened or whatever? And I'm like, okay, like, you know, I'm not tripping, you know. So she asked me, I tell her, you know, what's going on in my stomach, and she's like, wow, I'm so sorry to hear that, you know, like, you gotta take care of yourself, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, and that was it. So I leave out of the room, and here comes my lunchtime or whatever, and I walk in, and it gets quiet. It gets quiet, y'all. So I'm like, okay, y'all gossip all day, and I hear it, so why am I not being able to hear it now? You know what I mean? And I'm like, whatever, like, I'm not even about to pay these little old hags any attention. Yep, I sure did say it, because they were being freaking rude to me and not being very nice at all. I'm like, whatever, I'm not paying these old ladies no attention. And they were just gossiping or whatever. 1 second, y'all. Yeah, they were just gossiping or whatever. So, like always, like, it was something normal to me. So I'm like, whatever, you know. I leave out, I go to my lunch, I come back before my lunch is over, and they didn't know I was in the room. So as I walked in the room, I overheard her like saying, like, you know, them young ones, like, they do whatever she said. She said something in that nature of, like, young people pretty much do what they please and they don't care, like, if it affects any other staff or whatever, which isn't true on my part, because I always care about my job. So I hear that, and I ignore it, because I don't know if she's for sure talking about me, you know. Like I said, she gossips all day, every day, like, nonstop. Like, she should be paid for gossiping. So I'm like, whatever. Like, then I go in the room and I sit down for the rest of my lunch, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna need some proof, youngster, calling me that. And I'm like, what? And she was like, I'm gonna need some proof you were out sick because of your stomach. And I looked at her. Mind you guys, she's saying this in front of the other older ladies that work in there that she gossips with. Mind you, she asked me already about myself. And I'm like, what? And she was like, I'm gonna need some proof about your stomach stuff or whatever. And I looked at her and I said, what do I need to prove anything to you for? Like, who are you to even tell me you need proof? Like, and why are you trying to be funny, you know? Like, what do I need to prove anything to you for? Like, who are you, you know? Like, and for you to ask me something personal about my life and then try to be funny, it's like, okay, you're kind of, like, out of pocket, you know? Like, you're very much out of pocket, and you want to take things to that level. Like, I'm the wrong person, boo. You know what I'm saying? Period. But yeah, so she's trying to be funny or whatever, and she's like, I'm gonna need some proof. And the other ladies are just staring, they're not saying anything. And I just told her, like, who are you to prove anything for? Like, the heck, lady? Like, you better get out of my face. And from there on out, I felt uncomfortable. From there on out, you guys, I didn't speak to them. I just went in and I did my job and I left. You know what I mean? Like, because I was uncomfortable at that point. Like, you should not be trying to be funny about someone's health. Like, you know, like, and it's like you're trying to call me a liar when you barely even know me. Like, who are you to even tell me you need proof? Like, you're not the principal. Like, you don't tell me anything like that, you know? Like, you're out of pocket. Mind you guys, this is a previous year before what I'm about to get into. This is a previous year. So that whole year, it was just stuff. Like, her gossiping about everybody. Like, her just doing the most, you know? Mind you, ulcers aren't something that just go away in your stomach. Like, they don't just disappear, you know what I mean? So that was going on the previous year. That's just a little backstory so you guys know how this lady is a hot mess. And then the following year comes and, you know, I'm already bummed out. Like, I'm like, I don't even want to work, like, around these people anymore. They're making me uncomfortable. Like, I know how they are. They talk about everyone. Like, why would I want to even work around them, you know? And I'm like, well, I'm going to a new teacher, you know, like, I'm not even going to have to be around them or see them like that. But it was the same grade, and I ended up having to be around them still and seeing them like that. So the next year comes, school starts back. Everyone's like, oh, hey, you know, mind you, I had already knew what I had planned for the doctors, all that coming up. It's maybe like the second month of school. Yeah, the second month of school. And I go back, whatever, and everyone's just getting into their program, you know, like, mind you guys, it's a harder year, like, these kids are getting bigger, like, there's a lot going on, you know what I mean? So we are just getting into the program, just getting into our daily routines, getting used to the new movements and all that around. And I'm working with this girl that's kind of close to my age now, not too much, and I'm working with another teacher, and I'm thinking, oh, this teacher is so cool, like, she's literally so nice, like, I'm not gonna have to worry about nothing this year, like, I'm not gonna have to be stressing about who's saying what about me, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking I'm gonna have an amazing year, like, you know what I mean? And so the time comes, and it's time for my appointments again. Dun dun dun, it's time for my appointments again. Mind you, I'm there any other time. It's time for my appointments again for my stomach. No, actually, yeah, it's time for my appointments again. And I had requested it off already, like, way in advance. And I wasn't there, mind you. I told you guys I'm working with this younger girl. And she notices the lady that I just told you guys about, like, how she's always talking about people and just starting drama, you know, like, she's just tired. Like, she's played out at this point. And everybody kind of knows how she is, you know what I mean? And, oh my gosh, I wish I could I'm gonna have to do another story time so you guys can get the full deets on this story. I'm just gonna go through it pretty fast and just tell you guys, like, the main little parts. And then I'll make a story time and let y'all know about the whole thing. But so she knows about this lady. She's not even feeling the lady because the lady called her out of her name. She called her a bitch. Yeah, all that. Like, she's done a lot of things that people don't know about probably. And so she told me that the day I was missing that she was looking for me. Why are you always looking for me? You don't need to be checking for me, lady. I'm not your kid. You don't have no type of nothing over me. You should not be looking for me. And I'm like, why? And she was like, yeah, she was like saying like, oh, well, you better get used to that. I would say more, but I'm gonna just be quiet. That right there already done did enough. Because you didn't even have to say, I'm not gonna say anything else. Like, girl, you done said enough. Like, you shouldn't be speaking on nobody at all. Like, you said enough, girl. So she tells me that when I get back, and I'm like, what in the world? Like, why is she even worried about what I'm doing? You know, like, mind you guys, I'm not even in her class. I wasn't even in her class the first year for her to be worried about if she has to be affected by my absence or not, you know? So that happened or whatever. And I said, like, to her the next day when I got there, I was like, oh, I heard you were looking for me. Because you were asking about me, you was looking for me. What you looking for me for? She was like, oh, yeah, I was wondering where you were. Where were you? And I said, I wasn't here. None of your business, lady. None of your business. That's your problem. You don't mind your business. And that's already one thing, y'all. So here's the crazy part. The teacher I'm working with, you guys, mind you, this is from August all the way until September. I'm just skipping through to give you guys the basics of it. This teacher I'm working with that I told you guys, I was like, oh, she's going to be cool. Like, I like her, you know. Like, she's a good person, blah, 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 this and that. The new teacher. She's friends with them. So, mind you, I'm sure she'll be talking about me to them. But the lady that I said, yeah, she was talking about me to the teachers. And the teachers had something to say as well. Oh, you guys have something to say, huh? Okay. So, mind you guys, that these teachers are, like, they say all kind of inappropriate things, and just, you wouldn't even think that teachers would talk that way. And I'm not saying anyone's perfect, but it's like, come on now. You're supposed to set an example. You're an educator, you know? But, yeah, so I heard or whatever about it. The teacher told me, the new one, she's telling me what they're saying about me, this and that, and the fourth, all that. She's letting me know what they're saying. But y'all, why was she the one talking about me as well? Mind you, she knows my job. She knows how hard it is. She knew what I was going through. She was even stressed out going through stuff of her own. Mind you, there's a level of for teachers to have, you set the expectation bar high for teachers. The way you treat children and your other staff, you're supposed to be up here. No. Terrible. Screaming and yelling and just treating these little kids that are from the years of 4 to 5, like, just a certain way. Like, man, this is a cruel world. Like, you would never expect these things that, you know, everyone goes through in life to happen. Like, it's just very, very much a lot, you know, like, it's too much. So yeah, like I was saying, she was speaking of me, but mind you, she didn't tell me that part. She only told me what they were saying. Like, oh yeah, they said you're always late. They said that you don't do your job. You sit on your phone. This and that. Mind you guys, I wear a watch every day and I leave my phone in my purse. Oh, okay. So anyways, mind you guys, these are all lies that they're putting on me. They're lying on me because they want me to get in trouble, y'all. So she's telling me what everyone's saying, blah, blah, blah. Like, maybe 1 or 2 weeks go by or whatever. And, you know, I'm thinking like, okay, I'm gonna just let it go. Like, you know, I'm not tripping on it. But I heard that she was saying stuff, but I'm like, bro, this is my job. Like, I'm not about to just sit up here and just deal with drama every day. But I'm also not about to just take anything from anybody. You know what I'm saying? So that happened, and I go to work one day, right? Mind you guys, I don't bother anybody. I don't say anything to anybody. I saw this teacher say a lot of racist things about children, about people of my color. This is a new teacher, like, saying all kind of stuff, you know, inappropriate things. I saw her yell at children. Like, there was kids missing, you guys, in the classroom that were late, or she thought they were late. They were missing in the classroom. They were of my color as well. And you know what she said? Oh, you know what they say, who's always late? Mind you guys, this is kindergarten, you guys. This is a kindergarten class. Like, you're sitting up here making jokes. Sorry, y'all, I know this is loud. You're sitting up here making jokes about toddlers that can't even defend themselves, that don't even know what that means. Like, you're just an ugly person. Like, you should never want to be like that, especially when you have children of your own. Like, people are just so ugly in this world. Like, you would never, I'm telling you, would never freaking think of the things that people do, man. But, so, she's, you know, cracking little jokes, whatever. So I go into work one day, and she picks up the phone. We're sitting in class. She picks up the phone, and she starts grinning, like that. And I'm looking at her. I'm like, what's funny? Like, what happened? I want to laugh too. The hell? Like, the fuck? Like, make me laugh too. What the fuck is funny? And she's like, oh, they want you in the principal's office. They want me, Aaliyah, in the principal's office for what? Mind you, no one goes in there, and we have a new principal as well from the previous year, which I never got in trouble with the previous principal, none of that. But anyways, she's like, they want you in the principal office or whatever. And I'm like, okay. Like, so mind you guys, I'm just ambushed. Like, I have no knowledge this is coming. Mind you, they're supposed to like let you know like when you're gonna have a meeting, not just ambush you. Like, everybody knows around the campus that this is happening or about to happen, but I don't know, you know. And this is because they're gossiping, just being messy old hags, just starting drama, you know. And so that happened or whatever, and I go into the principal's office, and they have this paper. It's the principal, assistant principal, and I'm like, do you want a rep? Because I'm supposed to always have a rep with me because I was a part of a union or whatever. And I'm like, okay, like, yes, I want a rep. Like, duh. Like, wouldn't you want a rep? Like, why would you guys not want me to have a rep? Like, that's weird. And I go in there or whatever, and they bring in, oh, Jesus Christ. They bring in my rep. Y'all, they brought in the cafeteria aide. That's not a rep. Mind you, boom, first red flag. Not a rep. Mind you, I'm the only one. Everybody else is. And I love everybody. I don't have nothing against nobody in this world. I love every single body, every race, no matter what you are, who you are. Like, I accept you. As long as God accepts you, I accept you. You know, I don't judge, none of that. But like I said, I'm the only one in there of, you know, and the assistant principal's in there, and the principal, the new one, and they bring in a cafeteria aide for my rep. Like, okay, this is not what's supposed to, this is not a rep. This isn't, you know what I mean? Like, they're already bullshitting me, pretty much. And so I'm like, okay, they start talking. I'm like, what am I in here for? Why am I in here? Like, what's going on? And they're like, we're going to get to all that right now. We're going to just talk about what's been going on lately, this, and that. And so, y'all, they hit me with, you haven't been doing your job. The teacher's complaining that you're on your phone, you're not watching your student, blah, blah, blah. This, and that. You're not here, yada, yada. Mind you, they already know why I wasn't there. Second, I told y'all, like I said, I have a watch. I don't get on my phone. And the teacher's lying. But mind you, the teacher was laughing. Remember when she sent me up there and was like, I don't know, they just want you in the office. She is the one that got me sent to that office because she lied on me. Because she was upset somebody told on her, y'all, about the way she treats those kids. Everybody's so sick and tired of the way she treats those kids, and they told on her. And she thought it was me because I'm the one that's in there most of the time and I see it. No, you don't even have to be in there to know. You can see it outside. So she tried to get me in trouble because she was in trouble pretty much. Mind you, the principals, let me tell you all about them. They're on this statement. They're asking me to explain this, and that, and the fourth, whatever. So I'm doing it, you know. I'm like, okay, like, I'll explain. Like, I know my side of the story, like, and it's the truth. Like, I'm not lying about anything. So, you know, like, I'll tell my truth. Like, it's not a big deal. And so I'm explaining, mind you, my rep's supposed to be writing everything down. She's not doing nothing but sitting there. She's not doing anything but sitting there. They told me pretty much what the teacher was saying. They told me, oh, we don't know why you're in here. Like, oh, not we don't know why you're in here, but you're in here because of what's been going on, or whatever. And I'm like, so the teacher is the one that sent me in here? Like, because she acts like I do a good job. She tries to reward me or whatever and pretend like I'm doing such a good job, you know, whatever. Like, I'm just lost. Why am I in here, you know? Like, I feel like I do my job right. I know I do my job right. Not even feel like I know I do my job right. And they're like, well, explain this situation, explain that situation. I'm explaining it, whatever. And they're writing down what they want to write down. Not what I said. They're writing down what they want to write down. And the wrong stuff at that, y'all. Like, on purpose, literally. Because, mind you, like I said, I'm not stupid. I know what's going on. Like, you guys are trying to get me in trouble to get me fired. So that happened, whatever. They're going over all these different things. Nobody's writing anything down that I'm saying. You know, like, I just have to do the talking. That's all I could do, pretty much. Like, they're not giving me the opportunity to write stuff down, like nothing. Like, you know, mind you guys, I was ambushed with this, so I didn't even know that any of this was about to happen. So I am in there, whatever, talking, and I'm explaining to them also, like, you guys are telling me about my job when I was told that I can't even help any of their kids except the one kid that I'm dealing with, you know, which they did tell me, and the teacher even asked and told me that herself. Like, yeah, they said that you can't help me in the classroom with anybody else besides the student you're assigned to. Mind you guys, she was already trying to get one of the other staff members fired because she's older. Like, these people are a hot mess. But they're telling me that, and I'm like, no, she told me that you guys said my job is this, and that. And they're like, what? Like, yeah, exactly. So y'all all lying, y'all all confused, all that. So whatever. These aren't good people either, y'all. These principals are not good people, because I told you guys already what they did. One, they didn't have me or the right rep. They're not writing down what I said. None of that. So here's the juicy part. Here's the crazy part. Later on that day, I had to get another copy and I had to sign it. So they're supposed to give it to me before I really walked out of the office, but they didn't. They wanted me to go help with kids. So I'm like, okay, like, ooh, Jesus. I'm like, okay, whatever, like, I need to get a copy before I leave. I want a copy of this because I need to know what y'all are writing down, what y'all are saying, because I already had a bad feeling. So I go and I'm knocking on the vice principal's door because the main principal, when I went in there first, she wasn't in there. Mind you, everybody is making it awkward, looking at me upside my head because they already know what's going on, because everybody's just doing this, just being a hot mess. He's like, oh, okay, let me get that for you. Oh, okay, can you hold on a second? I gotta do this, and that. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna wait right here. And he's like, okay, just give me a second or whatever. So I saw the principal come back, and I was like, oh, I need a copy, like, of this document and or whatever that you guys wanted me to sign and all that. She's like, oh, okay, he'll get it for you or whatever. So mind you guys, I end up going to the office with him in his office, and I see him pull it up, and he highlights it and erases something. He types something else in. And I'm like, I don't want that copy. I want the original copy. Don't try to give me something you're editing. And why are you editing something already? And I'm trying to remember exactly what he edited out. I think he edited out what I said happened to me and what I said, was told for me to do. He tried to edit that out because he knew he was wrong. There was another part he tried to edit out. I'm so mad. If I could remember what it is, well, I'll just tell you guys in the full story time. But he tried to edit out my words. Like, he didn't want me to have an original copy of my words, and he tried to edit out the stuff that they lied on there and said about me. So I'm like, okay, like, he got me messed up. So I go to the principal. I'm like, I don't want the copy he's trying to give me because he's erasing stuff off of it. I want the copy that you had. Like, don't sit up here and try to play me like I'm just stupid. So she's like, oh, yeah, sure, we can get that. And mind you guys, I even told her that he tried to erase stuff off of that, y'all. I told her. And she didn't say nothing about it. Sign right there. Y'all know what's going on. She didn't say nothing. So after that, I'm trying to debate, y'all, if I should take these out or not right now. I hope this wasn't blurry the whole time. If it was, y'all, I'm sorry. Y'all gonna have to listen to it still. I love y'all. But after that, I go home, whatever. I get my copy from her. This is on the 4th. I took a picture, I remember. Or no, I didn't take a picture. I looked at it. Like, I was like zooming in with my eyes. Like, what is this that he's trying to erase, you know? So I get my copy, whatever. I go home, and 2 days later, that happened on a Wednesday. And 2 days later, on a Friday, the 27th, on a Friday, I go in, I'm having a day, I'm on the playground talking to the other aides that I know, you know, like, they're good people, you know what I mean? Like, I've never had no weird issues or nothing with the other people that I'm talking to, you know? So, sorry y'all, I'm all blinking. So I'm talking to them, and I see the teacher. She comes, walks on the playground, right? And she comes and stares at me, and this older lady that I work with in the classroom as well, she told me the same day, she was like, yeah, don't be upset that you got in trouble the other day. It happens to the best of us. I get in trouble all the time. This is the lady that they don't want to work there anymore, that they've been trying to get rid of. She's like, yeah, that happened. I'm like, what? I'm like, how do you know I was in the office in trouble? Like, how do you know that? Y'all just gossiping. And So I'm on the playground talking, whatever. I just ignore her, whatever. I walk into the classroom where I go on my lunch at, and she's in there with the other young girl that I told you guys about in the beginning, and they're in there gossiping. They get quiet. I'm already fed up at this point. I'm fed up at this point. I said, why y'all stop talking? Why y'all stop talking? Like, when I walked in here and it's just y'all two, why y'all stop talking? I said, who y'all talking about? The girl that's my age, she's like, you girl. And I was like, me? What you talking about me for? You don't need to be speaking on me at all. Like, that's y'all problem here. Y'all feel like y'all could talk about people all day, every day, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing because it's a job. Boo, I'm tired of y'all. And y'all finna hear what I got to say. So I said, well, what about me? Like, what do you need to be speaking about me for? What about me, girl? What? And she was like, I was just saying that you don't say hi to me no more. I said, why was I even brought up? And she pointed at the older lady. She was like, oh, she brought you up. I said, well, why was I brought up? And she looked at me, the older lady, and ignored me, y'all. She turned her head. She didn't say nothing. I said, excuse me, her name. Why was I brought up? Why are you talking about me? Why am I being brought up? You were just on the playground telling me what these folks were saying about me. Mind y'all, all these people are the same. You know? And all these people are the same. Mind y'all, they all been gossiping, whatever, like chit-chatting, saying what they wanted to say about me, with me not even knowing. And I'm like, why am I being brought up, lady? Like, you know what I mean? And she was like, I don't know. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm tired of it. I'm fed up. Mind y'all, the principal told me when something else happened, come straight to us. If somebody talking about you, come straight to us. Because when I went in the office and they were trying to lie on me, I let them know about everybody that has said something about me. Because, boo, y'all not about to do me and y'all about to all get what y'all doing to me. Told on, all that, yeah. So I went straight to that office. I said, you guys told me to come to y'all. I was fed up, you guys. Like, I was like, man, I couldn't even speak right. Like, I was literally having a freaking anxiety attack. Like, I was literally stressed out. Like, I was so fed up. Like, I was being verbally bullied. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a lot on me. And mind you guys, I promise you, like, I was not doing anything to these people. So I'm like, why am I being treated this way? And I had to realize what I look like and what they look like. You know what I mean? Like, that's why. But, so I told them, like, you guys told me to come to you as soon as I feel that something is bothering me or someone's saying something about me. I walked in this classroom, these people were talking about me, and I'm telling you why. Mind y'all, when I walked out, they started instantly calling me from the classroom. The girls that were in there talking about me, the lady and the girl that's closer to my age. And she was like, she texted me like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I wasn't trying to, let me see if I can find it for y'all. I wasn't trying to, like, talk about you, whatever the case, maybe whatever she said. Let me go see if I can find it. She said, tried calling you to tell you I wasn't talking shit, and I don't have a problem with you. Hope we can get past this. Oh, boo. It's too late to get past this. You only texted me because you knew I went to that office. And y'all finna get a taste of y'all own medicine. Shouldn't have been speaking on me at all, girl. Neither one of y'all. Mind you, she told straight on the girl that was talking about me too. So, anyways, I went to the office. I'm like, y'all told me to let y'all know when I'm uncomfortable or when something is going on to tell y'all immediately. So that's what I'm here for, to tell you guys I'm tired of this. I can't do this anymore. Meaning me getting blamed and told on that I'm doing stuff that I'm not even doing. You know what I mean? I just told them that straight up. Like, I'm tired of being told I can't do this anymore. Like, getting blamed. I'm so sick of it. So I'm like, you know, I'm going to go to my doctor because I was already about to go on a leave or whatever because of the stress that they were bringing on to me. And I'm like, I have a gate key, you know, like, I'm not going to probably be here for a while because I'm going to go on leave. Like, you know, I probably shouldn't hold on to it. You guys probably will need it more than I do because I won't be here. I already know my doctor taking me off on leave because I have high blood pressure and it's coming from stress and anxiety and all that. So I give them my key or whatever. Y'all, and they're like, we understand. Like, yeah, take the time you need, you know, like, we get it. That's a lot and they're wrong. You know, we're going to talk to them about this. Like, it's too much for you. Like, we get it, you know. They're acting like they understand. We're so sorry you're going through this, blah, 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 all that. And so I'm like, okay. They're like, just put your time in for the rest of the day. When you get your note, then put that part into the system or whatever. I'm like, okay, like, thanks, you know, for understanding or whatever. And so I'm on my way to my doctor's appointment. Mind you guys, I had already had an appointment that day. I'm on my way to it. Y'all, I get an email after my appointment, my doctor's appointment, and it says that I resigned. It says that I resigned from my job. Did y'all hear me tell y'all that I quit? Exactly. I never said that. They lied and said that I said that because they didn't want me to work there anymore. They were trying to get me fired. They knew that they weren't going to fire me because I do my job good. So they tried to find a way around it and act like I quit. I called. I said I never quit. I never told them I was quitting my job or I was never coming back. I told them I couldn't do me getting verbally bullied, me getting told on for nothing that I'm not doing. That's what I told them I couldn't do. And they're like, oh, well, it's because you gave your key. I said, yes, I gave them my key. They told me it is best to give my key because I don't know how long I'll be off because I'm going on leave. Mind you, I already have my doctor's notes too. Talking about, well, it's because you gave your key. Usually when people give their key, that means that they quit. They walked out on their job. I said I never walked out. I told them that I didn't feel comfortable anymore and today. And they told me, yes, take the rest of the day because you need the time. You know, they understood. So why are y'all acting like I quit my job when y'all know I didn't quit my job? You guys know I didn't quit my job. You guys were trying to get me fired. And I told them, I do not want to go back to that same school. You guys are able to move me around when there's things going on in that nature that's happening right now. So you need to move me schools. Like, I'm not comfortable. I feel a lot of racism due to the fact that this teacher has already made jokes about people of my color, about black people. She's already asked, bro, you guys, I forgot to mention. Also, when there were sub aides around, she would laugh or she would come tap me like, oh, who's that black guy? Who's that black girl? What's that black lady's name? That new black, I never see these black people. To me only, and only me, y'all, she would come and do that. Like, she is cold. Like, that lady is cold. But where did that comb go? Oh. So they pretty much try to get me fired. They pretty much try to have me not have a job anymore there. Like, that's how far they took it, y'all. And if you guys think that that's not racism, then y'all need to let me know what it is. Because that I would not wish on my worst enemy. That was a very traumatic experience. And I can't wait to actually give you guys the full story, because that's not even half the stuff that I had to go through, y'all. Like, it is just a hot mess. Like, and it's sad. You would think at a place like that, you'd be safe and away from racism and being verbally bullied, you know, and you would just really think that you wouldn't have to go through any of that working at a school, you know, like it's ridiculous. And it's very, very sad that you have to deal with that these days. Like, I don't wish that on no one, like, you know, and I didn't even expect for that to happen. I'm thinking I'm going to have a better year, you know, like I'm not going to have to deal with anything crazy this time. You guys, I got new mini straighteners for my edges. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm about to just try this out because I don't know how they work. But y'all, you just never would expect to go through those type of things, like working at such a place like that. Oh my gosh, cute, y'all. This is so cute. You just never would expect it, you know? Like, it's very, very sad and it's very unfortunate, you know, because I was a good employee. I did my job right. You know, I'm all for children. Like, I love kids. But it's like, you know, you have to put your mental health and your health period first before you deal with certain things, you know? Like, and it's unfair that this world is like this now, because it makes me scared to even have kids of my own, because I don't want them to have to deal with anything like that or a teacher like that. Like, I'd have a freaking heart attack, y'all. Like, I wouldn't want my babies going through that. Like, that's traumatizing. And it's very, very depressing. Like, they put me through a lot, you know, and I'm an adult, you know, like, and it scarred me. And mind you guys, I don't let nobody, you know, put no fear in my heart, make me feel uncomfortable, or punk me, none of that, you know. But it was to the point where it's like I couldn't even do anything because this is my everyday job, this is my income, this is my money, you know. Like I had to be there and I had to deal with it until I could find a new job or figure something else out, you know. Like it was just very, very ridiculous, you know. And I pray that God reveals the way those people are, you know, at that location, and nobody else has to go through that because it's unfair. But yeah, y'all, that is my get ready with me story time, doing my hair and my little makeup that I know how to do, that little bitty piece. So yeah, it's Valentine's Day. I'm about to go to the movies. I'm about to go eat. Did this turn off? No, it didn't. I'm about to go out to eat and go to the movies today. And I just wanted to give you guys something for today, you know, talk to you guys and see how y'all day going. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever experienced anything like that. Also, let me know how your guys' Valentine's Day is going. I hope it's going good. And yeah, y'all, I'm about to finish up and go ahead and head out. So I just wanted to talk to y'all, let y'all know that. And I hope that you guys all have a good day and happy Valentine's Day, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video.